yesterday, Patrick Mahomes goes to Tampa Bay and has one of the most crazy performances I've ever seen at the quarterback position, dancing around, doing Patrick Mahomes type things. Brandon alluded to after we had recorded a live show yesterday. His footwork is some of the worst in the league, but only he could get away with it. 3 touchdown passes, defeating Tom Brady and the Bucks, and a game that showed maybe that Buccaneers defense isn't so spectacular.
Mm.
I told you guys this was going to happen. The Chiefs offense, yeah, I did. You don't remember that? And you told me you can't go up against Tom Brady. And I told you Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has himself 92 yards on the ground, and Travis Kelce is the best tight end in the league. And so long as he's healthy, we're going to see how banged up he is. This Chiefs team is the best in the NFL. So starting off with you, BCAP, I want to know, you were talking about Tom Brady and how he outperformed Patrick Mahomes in this game off the air. What was your biggest takeaway?
Well, actually, I sent that text to you. I think it was at halftime that Tom Brady was outplaying Patrick Mahomes, and he was outplaying Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, biggest takeaway is that the Buccaneers' vaunted defense just did not show up. They were a shell of themselves this week. Very surprising, especially against the run, which they have been stout again. We've gone over the stats. I've read them out to you guys in a previous episode about how great they've been over the past 3-4 years against the run. And this year, I think they've even been better than they've been in the past couple of years. This week, they allowed 37 carries for 189 yards. That's 5.1 yards a pop and 2 touchdowns. That can't happen. And on Tom Brady's side, you want to know what Tom Brady got from his rushing game? 6 carries for 3 yards. Leonard Fournette had negative 3 yards rushing. All right. Right off the bat in the first play of the game, the opening kickoff, the Buccaneers return man fumbled the football, and right out of the gates, the Buccaneers were behind the 8 ball, and it's not a place you want to be when you're going up against a team like the Kansas City Chiefs that are still explosive, can still make nothing out of something, still have the stability of Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Andy Reid. It's not somewhere you want to be. Tom Brady valiantly fought until the bitter end. Final score was 41-31, I should say. Yeah, I just look at it and you go off of it. Like the opening fumble, the KC scores a touchdown off that. Then the Bucks score. Kansas City goes up 21-3 at one point, and it's just it's hard to come back from that. He was able to get it reasonably. I know he was never like within like a one score game before it took off, but you always thought, for me personally, when I was watching it, that Brady could come back as long as the defense just made a couple plays here and there, which they are more than capable of making, getting a turnover, getting a big stop, and they weren't really able to do that. And yeah, a bad week for the Buccaneers defense. Tom Brady played very well. So my mind doesn't change on Tom Brady still being the best quarterback in the league. He still is. I'd still take him. I would trust him for one game, for one season, for one quarter, for one drive. I'm taking Tom Brady, and everybody else should take Tom Brady. If you know and understand what you're seeing on the television or when you're watching live and in color, what's going on the field, like how much of a command and methodical he is. It's just next level. It really is.
I don't think the score was actually indicative of how the game went. Excuse my French, but the Chiefs beat their ass. The Chiefs beat their ass. I don't care how you slice it. When you're playing a good team, in any sport that you play, you can't give teams second opportunities, and the Bucks did that with 2 fumbles. That's the exact recipe to losing a game, and no matter what sport you play. I'm a baseball player. If there's 2 outs in an inning and there's a pop-up to me and I botch a pop-up, that's just a recipe for disaster. And then next thing you know, floodgates open. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, yeah, one thing that I can say that came out positively for the Bucks is Mike Evans in the fold. Looks incredible. So with Brady and Evans and Godwin and Julio, that offense can put up points. And over the last couple of episodes that we've spoken about the Bucks, I've expressed my concern for what this offense looks like when they're gone. You know, that they look terrible. So seeing them put 31 points, that's a bit reassuring. The defense, I won't stress too much about it because you're going up against the Chiefs. I wouldn't say this was just very bad Bucks defense more than I'll say I think it was just a very good Chiefs offense, a very good Chiefs team that capitalized on mistakes. Exactly what a Super Bowl contender is supposed to do. Forget just this Chiefs team. I mean, Allaire, this dude's having a fantastic start to the season. He's going crazy. He's a touchdown machine. And then Isaiah Pacheco is running like a demon when he gets
seventh round pick, 30th overall in the 7th round.
Dude looks like a stud. And it just looks like the Chiefs are hitting on all cylinders. I mean, outside of that loss to the Colts, which really it should have been a W in their books, but that's football. Things happen. The Chiefs are probably the scariest team in the AFC. And it's tough for me to say. The closest second team is what, Buffalo? And right now, man, the Chiefs just beat the daylights out of Tom Brady and the Bucks. So I'd have to go with the Chiefs right now, my number one team in football, easily. And by the way, excuse me, guys, my light keeps flickering. I just hope my bulb doesn't shut off.
It must be Patrick Mahomes and the electricity of that Chiefs offense. I think that might be it. I said before, we'll see how long or how much or how badly Travis Kelce's banged up. It wasn't him, it was L'Jarius Sneed. I don't know how to mix up those two guys. He had an ankle injury, and Trey Smith as well, a pec injury. Those two guys are very key to this Chiefs team. And like you said, Justin, I look at the NFL right now. The way they lost to the Colts was BS. They should have won that game right when Chris Jones sacked Matt Ryan. I was not very impressed with that Colts victory. I felt the Chiefs played a better football game. Right now, they're playing the best football in the league. I think the Bills and the Eagles are right there, number 2 and number 3. But I told you guys, there's no team with a better quarterback. And at the end of the day, the continuity they have and the all-around talent, the offensive line's improvement, it's a losing game betting against this Chiefs team to not go back to the AFC Championship game because this is a better team, quite honestly, than what many of us would have expected.
So
it's only week 4.
You're going to stand on the Kansas City as your Super Bowl pick?
I didn't have a Super Bowl pick this year. I had the Buccaneers number 1, actually. So I guess that was my Super Bowl pick. At the Chiefs
we had a Super Bowl prediction. We all had our. You gave one.
Wait, you're right. I had the Bills. I had the Bills.
But I'm saying right now, as we stand, are you Kansas City?
Yeah, week 4, the Chiefs are my Super Bowl pick. And now that you reminded me, yeah, my Super Bowl is Bills Packers, and the Packers, they're not playing at the level of a team representing the NFC right now in the Super Bowl. So.
Yeah, because I think we all know how this story goes. Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes are 3-3 in their head-to-head records. Tom Brady's 3 losses come in where? The regular season. Tom Brady's 3 wins against Mahomes come where? In the playoffs.
I think you only played them twice in the postseason.
I'm almost positive. I don't
2018? 2020.
Correct.
Or 2021.
Is that true?
For this year, but I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, well, that makes my point. My point is that Tom Brady beats Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. That was my whole point of that. Is that Brady 2-0, if you want to go that way, 2-0 against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
When all you have to say is when it matters most. Yep. When it matters most.
Tom Brady comes out. So
that on top.
Yeah. Tampa Bay is still my Super Bowl prediction. I'm not wavering on that. They look real good. I told Justin to have no concerns about this offense. He didn't want to listen to me for 2 straight weeks. He gets proved wrong once again by a guy that he's watched for a decade plus. I don't know why he, keeps underrating him. But yeah, the defense, I agree with Justin. I think this might be more of the exception and not the rule. So hopefully they can get it together next week. Who do they play real quick? They play the Falcons. So I think that's a smash game. I'm pretty sure they've blown out the Falcons like every time they've been with Tom Brady. If I'm not mistaken.
Falcons are sneaky good. That could.
Yeah, they're not. Don't do that.
They did get the Browns this last week. We'll talk about the Browns.
The Browns are
perfect segue.